Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here, and today we're going to be going over the top 10 things that I would like to see in the next farming simulator game. Today, I'm going to be going over, like I said, the top 10 things that I would like to see. And this is from a perspective of a console player that is also a content creator. Because I think there's a lot of really cool things that on the content create side that I think a little bit differently than I do from whenever I'm just playing the game. And there's a little bit of that in here. I'm not saying that I'm different than everybody else, but it makes me think differently about how I would like to play the game. So first off, I've got to give an honorable mention here to one item, and I think you guys all know what it is. I think the honorable mention, number 11, is going to be seasons and precision farming in base game. It has to be, right? I really think that if you have a menu that you can just turn these on and off, it's going to be able to make it so much smoother, and they're going to be able to work together so much better than being independent mods from, different places. Because we know seasons is not a Giants mod. Precision farming is, but it's going to allow them to be able to work a lot better together, I feel like. So let's move on to number 10. And at number 10, oh man, I tried to do my best here to throw down some mud, and it's not really that cool. I know some maps that we have some mud-ish type stuff, and I would really like to see a somewhat realistic mud. What I mean by that is it kind of moves out of the way a little bit for you. Now, it's not as crazy as, SnowRunner is, where you have to winch out like every 5 feet. I'm not into that. But I think it would be really cool if it did move a little bit out of the way. So, number 10, somewhat realistic mud. Yeah. So, number 9, I would absolutely love, to be able to have more than one contract at a time. I mean, I hire workers. I can have 6 workers going on my field at one time. Why can't I have 6 workers in 6 fields going at one time? That's just something that's always been like, why? Why can I only have one? Is it a permissions thing where it only allows me to have access to one extra piece of property at a time? So that's what I want to see. At number 9, more than one contract at a time. I think it would help new players be able to get into the game a little bit quicker. Yeah, it's going to let everybody build their farms up a little bit more, but it's realistic. If you're a contractor, you're not going to be doing one at a time unless you're doing it all yourself, right? But I think most farm manager style players want to do more than one thing at a time. All right, number 8, deliveries. This farm is way down here at the end of a road, and I know it's not super far to get all the way back up there to the shop, but if I just need one pallet of something, I don't want to have to drive all the way up there and get it and come all the way back. So deliveries would be awesome. Absolutely. Charge me more for it. I don't know, either just kind of, bloop, drop it off right there at the edge of the property, or, we have an extra shed, something like this, that it can just like plop right out outside, right? I don't know, a little animation that it does like a cut screen, and boom, it's showing, pulling up and go. I mean, that's another thing, is like cut screens in the next game. Why can't we have those? Sure, it's a simulator, but I think you can pause a simulator long enough to be able to do something, right? You pause it for other things, so just pause it briefly, do a little cut screen, show your animation, boom, come back, and you're done. So, number 7. There are times when I need to take a harvester, a tractor, a trailer, another tractor, another harvester, a semi-truck, all the way across the map. And it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So for me, number 7 is follow me. I would absolutely love it. Or routes, right? Something where I can say, hey, drive here. right? Even if it's just predetermined locations on a map that I can say drive here, and then I can have every piece of my equipment drive there. That would be great, because then I wouldn't lose anything that's in it, right? Like if I had my farm set up, farmhouse, and I had the shop, and I had other places around the map, maybe I wouldn't be able to go exactly follow where I need to go, but say I wanted to come from here to the other side of the map, and I knew that there was this sale point, or my farm, and I had the shop, and I had a sale point over that was 2 fields away from where I needed to go. Okay, so let me select, right? If I need to go to the shop to fill up on stuff, boom, I go to the shop, fill it up. And if I want to go to that sell point over on the other side, boom, there's a sell point over there. I can drive straight over there, you know? Or if I just need to sell my stuff, boom, right over there. So I think with the way that the maps are now, that you have traffic and things like that built into the maps, so it would be out of the way enough. I think you could build it into it that way. And what I mean by that is that you've got, you know, some of these really, really detailed traffic layouts, or even the base game, right? It knows exactly where it's going. It's just a predetermined route, and it just takes it the same every single time. So, you know, maybe it's not, if I place my farmhouse here this time and over here next time, well, maybe it's just a predetermined spot that just says, okay, from field 19 to field 1, right? This is what it is. Or, you know, something. I don't know. We need to just figure it out, because I want something where I can take a lot of equipment over to the other side of the map or anywhere, and it not take me an hour to move everything. All right. Next, while we're speaking of farms, I want to be able to lease land. And what I mean by that is, if I don't like this piece of property, right, and I want to completely get rid of it, but then I realize, man, it'd be really cool to still be able to do that. I want to be able to lease it. Or if I want those 4 fields that are up on top of that cliff right up there here on Ravenport, right, but I don't have the money for it, I want to be able to lease it, rent it for the year, right? I want to be able to do that because I have family that owns property, and they lease their land out to farmers in the area. Why can't I do that in this game? It's a very real thing that farmers do. They lease property every single year. Let's do it. Just set it up. Just do it. Let me pay. I give away X percentage of my profits plus X percent, you know, for every, I don't know, however many days. And if you're on seasons, 1 full cycle around, right? Or just every time you harvest, you give up X percent. I don't know, something like that, like reverse contract or something. So, number 5. What about a story mode? So we all have this right here, the tutorial that I think a lot of us did, right? And you jump in, it tells you to do a couple things, and then you kind of go on, and then you buy a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need, and then you come back and you sell it all because now you have to figure out how to actually play the game. I know that's what I did. I went and bought everything super expensive. I spent all this money. I didn't have enough money for seeds, so then I had to start selling stuff back off. I ran out of money from a loan, and it's like, oh, now I gotta grind. What do I do? So I think a story mode would be really cool, and it wouldn't be just to teach people. If anybody wanted to play the story mode, they could play the story mode of Farming Simulator, right? You're still playing the game and simulating farming. You've got a storyline to follow. I think it would really, really help enhance the tutorials a bit. Now, I know from a content creator side, it may not be the best thing for me to say, hey, go ahead and make some better training stuff, right? Tutorials. I think we're always going to have stuff that we can cover, right? So, and maybe not everybody wants to do that either, right? So, I think story mode would be really, really cool. Next, I would love to be able to see bushels. So when you hop in a harvester or you hop in a tractor with a trailer or anything that carries anything, I would love to see bushels. I mean, everything that I hear about here in the United States is always bushels, 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 bushels per acre, everything bushels, right? So Please, can we get that? We've already got acres, hectares, kinda. I know that it doesn't always tell us that in everything. Some things it does, but not everything. So bushels, please. That would be awesome. All right, the next one. This is where my content creator kind of comes out a little bit. So right now, this camera is me, but I can't see my hands. I can't see my feet. I can't see my legs. I would love a third-person character camera. Now, we have it whenever we hop into a tractor, right? But you're looking at the equipment. You're not looking at the person. Right now, I mean, you're focused on the person, but I want this when I'm outside the tractor. I would love to be able to have that. It would allow, I think you would get to see a little bit more of what is going on, right? And for me, from a content creator standpoint, I just want to be able to walk around and see my character. I want to be able to, maybe customize my character a little bit too. Have some different colored hats or shirts other than the predetermined 15 or whatever it is, 16. So, I don't know. Just third-person camera, I think, would be a great start. And that was number 3, by the way. Third-person camera for number 3. Number 2. Let's go find our workshop. Do we have a workshop here? Ooh, we do not have a workshop. All right, so it has to do with repairs. Number 2 has to do with repairs and how long it takes you to repair your vehicle. Okay, so let's say this Fiat 1300 DT right here was down to 60% of its, life. It was at 60%. So you had 40% that you had to repair on this thing. Okay. Well, I don't feel like you should just be able to walk up, click a button, and go, bloop, it's done. No, it doesn't happen that way. I'm a mechanic, too. I wish it was that easy, right? You can't be like Zach Johnson and just snap your fingers and it works and it happens. It doesn't happen that way. We need to be able to work on these vehicles. And I'm not saying we need to get all crazy like Car Mechanic Simulator, which I love. But I honestly feel like if you need to repair the vehicle 10%, it should take you X number of minutes. And if you need to repair a vehicle 50%, it should take you 5 times that time that it took you to do 10%. That would really build into your strategy, because I think it would be cool to be able to drop off your tractor at the shop at night, have it repaired while you're speeding up time through the night, right? And it'd be game time. It wouldn't be actual played time. Like, if I'm playing 5 times speed right now, it would be 5 times. It would go along with that. So that's what I want to see. Would love to see it. And I don't want to sound greedy, but if I had a wish list and I had a wants, that is number 2. More realistic work time. It would add another element into farming that is real. You break part of your header and you could be out a week. I mean, your crop's just sitting there getting rained on, getting destroyed because of a bearing, right? So it's very real. All right, number 1. Oh, this is a really, I don't know if it's my best one, but I wanted to save it for last because I feel like it's really cool from, a content creator, but also as a player. So imagine you're driving down this road right here. All right. And right here, there's a big sign that says Farm ABC123, if that's what you wanted to name your farm, right? I would love to be able to have the ability to make farm logos, custom farm logos, and placeable signs. Now, when I say custom, I mean we're probably going to have, like, what I would like to see is like 20 backgrounds and like some different fonts and so many characters, right? And then you're able to put those logos on your tractor or your harvester or the side of your semi-truck or your trailer or right here on this silo. Can you imagine a big O53 right here on the side of this, right? Or, I mean, up on top of my roof so the helicopters can see it. Like, have you ever been driving through Tennessee and you see all these barns that say Sea Rock City and they're all painted, right? I miss that from this game. I miss seeing stuff written on barns. Barns are advertisements space from where I'm at. I'm from Illinois, Missouri. I've lived in Indiana, Tennessee. They're billboards. Barns are billboards. We need to be able to do that. And I would love if we could customize it. Now, I know it adds a completely different level to what modders would need to do to be able to put into a vehicle. But if Giants could say, okay, you have certain spots on a vehicle, let's say, that we can add a sticker, right? So like up there or back here, or if it's on a tractor, right? You've got your farm logo and it's going to be like right there, or it's going to be on the back window, right? I mean, and if you do it, then the modder either doesn't do it and give you the option, or they do it and put it in that place, right? And it's the same logo that you set up in your brand, right? Say, make it a brand menu, right? I mean, I would love to be able to see that. And like I said, and the buildings, if we could put things on the buildings. I mean, I know it maybe not my house, right? Maybe not the house, but at least the barn, right? This little shed right here, or that big red barn over there with all that space. I mean, some of these things, it's just, you see it. You see it everywhere here in the United States. Maybe not everywhere, but everywhere here in the Midwest where I've lived at. I can show you examples. I can get on Google right now, Google Maps. I can tool around, well, I guess kind of drive, float around, and show you examples of that stuff. So, yeah. Man, that's a good top 10 list, I feel like. So, if you guys agree with these, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be doing another video of all of the viewers' comments from a post that I did a few days ago. So we've already got 50 some comments back. Some of them were duplicated up, so I'm going to sort through them and sort them out and get rid of the duplicates and ones that I just know absolutely there's no way we can do. So go ahead, if you've got any comments on this video, that things that you would like to see from a console perspective, definitely put them in the comments below. I would love to have at least one, maybe two more videos, and I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, right? But I think that the more we have to be able to show to Giants that, hey, this is what the console community would really love to have, they might be able to work on it, or to give modders a base to be able to work on from, right? That way they can say, oh, maybe we don't need to make any more 3mm cultivators, right? Maybe we can actually start working on this and work together and figure it out. Maybe that's something they can do. I don't know. They do an amazing job doing what they're doing, right? But if there's anything that can benefit the entire community, I think it would be awesome if we could at least say, hey, this is something that we're interested in, guys. This would be really cool. So, once again, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you agree to any of these things, give me a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, go right ahead. And if you want to be up to date on all my latest videos that I put out, I put a lot of content out right now. Think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, hit the notification bell too. Have a great day, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53, signing off.